I seem to be running out of things for show and tell Saturday, and partly because, well, this looks remarkably different to how it did yesterday. Actually, not that different, really. That's as many as I've managed to fit in. I think it's that box that you can see back there. Yeah, it's the right box. And that's a huge box, so I'm going to have a lot of those to fit all my gams. But never mind, we'll get through them. Anyway, my point was that a lot of the stuff has been packed away. I have packed many of my things away, and there is very little left to talk about. However, I do have an item here that I think would be worth discussing, so in case you weren't around in April, me and my wonderful wife, then not my wife, but became my wife shortly afterwards, we got married, and we had some nice trinkets. We had a few different bits and bats, favour-wise, to give away. We had a load of puzzles and things, and we also decided, because we are filthy millennials, and this is the area in which we grew up, well, we produced a mixed CD. This cover art is by my mum, who has illustrated a couple of birds on an IBM monitor, presumably running some version of Windows. And the monitor is running Windows, yeah, totally accurate. And the date as well, which is quite sweet, isn't it? This is the prototype copy, so it's not actually got any of the sort of disc information, not any of the tracks or all that I did on the full design, because this is the original illustration in our copy, and indeed the disc is just, well, that. In fact, I can't even tell if this might have been the first copy that I made. So this was it's kind of interesting because, well, I mean, it's very interesting. The first thing that springs to mind is the fact that you'll see that this disc is, well, less than optimal. I think sometime around the event I presented my yellow CD label presser, and we used that to make labels for the CDs. Used the same design as I'd done for our invites, which actually, one of which I do have to hand, I think, somewhere in here. Yeah, here we go. I won't display all of the information, but you'll be able to see the... it was this design, roughly. Just imagine that in a CD shape. This is our DS invite, by the way, which is a bit bigger than anticipated, but never mind. Let's put that back. And yeah, the CD was the part of that. And it was kind of meant to be... Oh, well, hang on. Let me finish my first thread. So I had a selection of writable CDRs, redundant, which were blank. They had completely... I think they maybe had some lines across the bottom, but otherwise they were completely blank. And we ran out. And I discovered that you cannot buy CDRs any stinking where. I went into town and I went into every single shop. Went into Smith's, went into Sainsbury's. I think I went into... probably went into Poundland in desperation, and a few other shops besides. Couldn't find CDs anywhere. I ended up... going to the stationery shop of all places, because that seems to have everything, and lo and behold, it had CDs, except they had this big letter B across them, so it looked a bit stupid, but it did in a pinch. So there are 10 songs on here. 4 of them were songs that we'd used for the ceremony and the signing of the thing. That has an actual name. Can't remember it off the top of my head. Basically during the ceremony and the sort of main bit where everybody sat down. So there were 5 tracks from there. There was the entrance and the exit, and then the 3 for the signing. And then 5 other tracks, because previously we had made a playlist just for us that was full of songs just for us. rather rather nice, isn't it? And we included a few of our favourite songs from that playlist, pretty much. Songs that kind of about us in terms, like our relationship. That was the idea. So it was meant to be a memento of that, of the event and of us, and so on and so forth. There's not really much more to add. We had a stack of them. We had one per person, I think, or one per couple. Yeah, I think it was kind of like one per household, that sort of deal. And it went down a storm. It was a very exciting thing. And I mean, you know me, I like retro things. And so the CD was an ideal thing. I think, unfortunately, because of the day and age we live in, I don't think many people actually still have CD players, so I don't know how much use most people got out of it. But the point is, it's a physical, nice item, and it's a good reminder of the event. And flipping heck, it's a great, if I may say so myself, a great favour. I'd be very happy with a CD-ROM. Who wouldn't be? Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about that. I may have missed out some crucial detail, but well, that's just how these vlogs go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.